Yeah, no, I don't even know what that live was about. That it was about a black man. I am totally neutral on that issue. And I don't know about the politics of mislead or anything of that nature. I don't talk about black men on my channel, but thanks for bringing up the attention to my channel and the content of my channel. As far as who I should be interested in or what I'm pro or if I'm pro black, well, wasn't it you? Oh, yes. Don't you see the photo on here? You specifically said I was Mexican, so saying I should be pro black, well, you got your answer as to why I don't prefer black men. Personally, for me, like I've said plenty of times, I prefer mixed men. And who do I date? I date white men. Currently dating a white man, actually. So, I don't really know what else to tell you. I know you're pissed off that I date white men. Like I said, as a white supremacist, you're always going to be pissed off at that. You think I care? If I cared, then why would I be doing what I do? And honestly, as a black person, do you think a black person really cares what a white supremacist thinks? Do you really think that we think that we're bad people? No, we don't. Just like, for example, most of the time, a good self-esteem white person doesn't care what a black person thinks about them being white. And I've said more about that, but I won't really get into that too much right now. But the truth is, like I said, you being pissed off that I'm with white men, I don't really know what to do for you for that. I think you're even more pissed off because the men that I'm with are more attractive than you. But I'm sorry, that's just what it is. I don't hate black men. I never will. They're, they may not be the same phenotypically as my father, considering my father is a mixed race man as much as I am. But my uncles are black, and my grandfather was black, and my great grandfathers were black, and I have several cousins that are black. So, you can be upset all day about the fact that I love my race. And I love being black. And I think being black is beautiful. And I think that black men are better than white men. Being completely honest. I mean, do you have a bachelor's degree? And do you know that on average white men don't have bachelor's degrees, but Nigerian American men do, of which is most of my Nigerian or, African heritage. You get what I'm saying. So, I mean, you can be pissed off all you want about being a lesser human being and a hybrid at that, but it's really not going to change my perspective of everything. I prefer seeing the black race as better than the white race, if anything. But I do date the white race because that's the majority of what's around. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but it sure isn't hating black men because I respect black men more than I would ever respect a white man. So, that's all I have to say on this. Oh, one other thing. You were saying about being on a live for 6 hours. No, I wasn't. That was funny, though. No, I went in and out on that live. And somebody asked me to do a video on just a small, I guess, clip of Iggy Azalea. So, I did, and that's about it. Like, I was too tired to do much more than that, but I didn't even know we were talking about Raven. I don't even understand what the beef is on Raven, and I don't have anything against Raven. And if anyone else does have an issue with Raven, I don't have an issue with that. I'm of the mindset that I am very neutral. If someone doesn't have an issue with me, I don't have an issue with them. Why would I? It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. That's just weird. And I know you've been trying and trying to get me into some silly drama over and over again. You have to understand, from my perspective, I don't do that kind of stuff. All I do is just explain myself, and I'm like, no, that's not true. You know, I correct you. Every time you make up something, I correct you. And that's what I do. Also, one other thing. What I'm most known for is specifically talking poorly about Cynthia G, bashing black men. So I got called a mammy because I was saying that we shouldn't let white men condemn black men like that. Because in reality, when we act like we're inferior to to white men, that's stupid. That's the main reason white people say that black people shouldn't date white people. But black people immersed in black culture don't pay attention to the majority of society and the mentality of it. That's why you get stuck in trying to think of me as angry at black men. But if I was angry at black men, what am I angry at them for? I don't understand. I've never been in a relationship with them. And you can see in my content, I don't attack black men, and I never will. If I compare black men to white men, I never say that black men are less than white men. Because in reality, how can someone non human and a hybrid be more than someone who is actually fully human and actually of superior human heritage? Black people are of superior human heritage. You are of inferior human heritage. You're a hybrid. And look up the term hybrid. It's a cross between species. Look at you. You are part Neanderthal, part other subhuman species. You're a hybrid. Now, does that mean that I hate white people? There's nothing wrong with you being a hybrid. No, it's not. It's just that if you're asking me, would I rather be a hybrid or would I rather be fully human? You know the answer. Of course I want to be fully human. And of course I think that black men who are fully human are better than you. So that's all I have to say on that. Don't ever try and paint me as somebody who hates black men, because the most views that I've gotten on any video was actually defending black men. I support black men swirlers and I support black women swirlers because I am of the belief that black people are we are a minority in a society where we are equal to our counterparts who are white and Hispanic and Asian, and we don't have to be relegated to just the black race. You guys try to paint a crazy picture of black people being less than, but the truth is, in reality, you're less than. If we're really going factually, I'm just saying. I mean, how can you be better than someone when you are literally closer in relation to monkeys than we are? So, that's all I have to say on that. Do not ever pretend or think that I would ever think you were better than anything that is black. Black man or black woman. My only interest in white men has to do with my sexual interest, of which is not even as good or as, you know, heightened as mixed men. I like men that look like me. I'm a colorist, honestly. Let's just be real. I am a colorist. I think that darker skin is better than lighter skin. And I've said it before, I think white skin is actually ugly. So, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe one day you will realize trying to play the same old game of trying to pretend you're better than others when they don't see you that way is going to make you look exactly how low you really are. Because you don't think you're better. I don't think you're better. And that's why you keep commenting back at me because you're pissed off because I don't adhere to your view of, you know, white people being the goal. I worry about my kids being too white looking, being completely honest. And I hate that when I was a baby, I was very fair. I like the fact that I was darker when I got about 6 months, 7 months, thankfully. But yeah, darker skin is more beautiful to me on women, and on men, when I'm talking to you, darker skin is actually better looking on men. It's more manly. And when I say that, I mean, I'm talking about people my color. I'm darker than you, obviously. I'm dark compared to you, even though I'm light skinned. But I'm dark compared to you, and the men that I prefer would be more like Lucien LeViscont, like a light brown complexion. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening, and bye.